as we get closer to the 2024 election, there's so many things going around on the internet just regarding political violence, post-election violence. There's talk of civil war. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around, and I just want to take a moment and address that specifically in my bit of knowledge set that I have on the subject. Now, what I'm going to start with is the talking of those sort of things, I believe, has a couple agendas. Number one, to get as many people to pay attention. So the media, anything that they can get you to pay attention to, they're going to talk about. And typically it's things that scare you, worry you, that sort of thing. Now, the other part of this, I believe, is that there's a political agenda behind it. That there's people who kind of want to draw people into that sort of thing. So, what I see the reality of this particular situation is I don't believe anything like that's going to happen at all. I mean, if you just kind of open your eyes and stop with what you see through the scrolling and look around you, there's nothing like that happening at all. Now, not to say that there won't be little pockets of that sort of thing, you know, like a little group of people might cause a problem here or there. What I can say about my neighborhood, if something like that popped up here, they'd be taken down within a matter of a minute or two. One, by local authorities, two, by local citizens. Like, nothing like that's coming up around here at all. At all. And I'm in the state of Missouri, and I just need you to kind of want to encourage you to open your eyes and quit worrying about what the media is telling you and focus on what's actually in front of you. Because no, I do not believe that any sort of post-political violence is going to do anything that's going to cause any sort of country-changing thing. Will little pockets of it pop up? Probably, honestly. If I was to prepare for political violence, like how I would do that is I'd just be on my guard when I was at the polling booth, if that makes sense. Like, I think that there are going to be like a couple crazy people doing some crazy stuff. That will not surprise me at all. Actually, I'd be more surprised if crazy people didn't do crazy stuff, to be quite honest. There seems to be a lot of crazy people right now in our country. But as far as like a thing that's going to change our country, like something that's like all of a sudden we're all like hunkered down our houses with our Kevlar helmets on and we're all armed, just, you know, joining sides. Like, no, I don't think anything like that's going to happen at all. Now, I just want to kind of lean back into the thing that I mentioned earlier about I think there's a political agenda behind it. Now, if there's efforts to overturn the election and some of those are successful, I do see pockets of the military then saying, whoa. And then there may be a thing. Like, I'm not saying that for sure won't happen, but that's going to involve the military, and that's not going to involve you or I. Like, that's going to involve the military, and the only preparing that I would be doing for that, in the event that our military is turning against each other or against citizens or against politicians, is have a passport ready. Like, I would highly recommend having a passport ready for sure in those circumstances. I mean, I just don't think our country is necessarily as stable as one might think it is. But aside from that, honestly, I don't see anything like that happening. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, my sincerity is when I hear that, I'm like, come on now. The only political violence that I predict, and again, would be at polling stations. So I just be careful, be on your guard. Be cautious. I've already heard stories of people getting violent at those places, but mostly just like a guy acting like an idiot kind of thing. But again, there's a lot of crazy idiots out there. So just be careful. Be careful out there. That's my opinion of what I see around me, not what I'm hearing on the internet, but what I just see around me. Here in Missouri, we're just people going to the grocery store and doing our jobs and building houses and mowing our lawns and stuff. Like, it's not like we're not in that. Like, that's not who we are for sure. Not to say a couple crazy people around, I'm sure there are, but again, I just want to go back to just open your eyes, look around you. You know your neighbors, you know your neighborhood, you know what's going on around you. Don't listen to that. It's all trying to get you to stay glued to it. Pick it on your channel, open that article up. Like, that's what it's all about, combined with, I think there's a political agenda behind it a little bit, but just open your eyes, look around you, don't fall for that nonsense. I'm just going to close with this, that I strongly believe and know for a fact that American media, and again, I believe this, but I know for a fact because my wife used to be a news anchor and she got out of it for this reason. If it doesn't scare people and worry them, or it's not sexy, we're not going to talk about it on the media, because that's what gets people to pay attention. Are you scared, or do you think it's sexy? If you think one of those two things, you're probably going to click on it, and that's why this whole prepare for post-election violence is a thing. Again, I always think you should be prepared, but I mean, I'm a prepper at heart, but I don't think this is a thing. Like, I'm just, from the bottom of my heart, I don't think it's a thing. And I think if you open your eyes and quit looking at the internet, I think you'd probably say, yeah, I don't think that's a thing as well. So there you go. Any thoughts or insight on that? Put it below. Do you want to take this moment and say that most people watch the channel, hey, they're not subscribers? Click that subscribe button. It greatly increases the algorithm and our ability to get these messages out. That link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.